Boy, do I have a lot of comics to show you guys today. I went on a crazy comic trip with my friends, and yeah, I just can't wait to show you guys it. We do have some cards and Lego as well, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Alright guys, welcome back into the haul video. It's Mandak, obviously. Welcome into haul video number 114, guys. So this haul is a giant comic book haul. I do have some Lego and cards I'll be showing you guys here today, but the majority of my video today will probably be the comics, and I'll kind of explain more about like what that is when we get to that section. But hope you guys are all having a great week. You know, it is officially July. At the time of this recording, it's July 1st. So something I just wanted to say at the top here is that I am actually going into a 1-month hiatus of not buying any Lego comics or trading cards. So as I always do with my July month, I usually do that, as well as in January. Both end up to be pretty slow in terms of releases for Lego and sometimes comics, but not really. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Definitely gives me time to catch up on some things, organize this room a little bit more, just little things that I'm trying to catch up on. So yeah, very excited to do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this haul here, starting up as always with the comics. Alright guys, welcome into the comic book section here of haul video number 114. So as I mentioned at the top of the video, I do have a large haul of comics that I have gotten here, and maybe just to explain where I got them. This past weekend I went on a shopping trip with a couple of friends I knew from college. We hit up a bunch of stores around where we live, and was very fortunate to find a lot of stuff that I needed for my collection, as well as some series that I've been on the lookout for, and just a couple of new things that I'm willing to try out and buy into. So nothing too crazy here. Overall, it was a fun trip. You know, I went up on Friday. We all went out to dinner, hit up a couple of stores. On the first day, the first night there, we went to 2 Ollie's and a Books A Million. I did find some stuff there I'll show here shortly. The next day we hit up a bunch of Ollie's, went to a Books A Million, Second and Charles, Comics Connection, Fourth Wall Comics, which I actually do have stickers. I'll show those here shortly. So we'll go ahead and show that off as well. But just wanted to give some you know, shout out to some of those stores. Very nice. So before we get into the comics, I do want to show actually what I bought that I contained all the comics in while I was shopping during the day, and that is a new short box here for Iron Man. So I was aware that this was coming out, so I picked one up. You know, got this for like I think $12 or so. All the receipts for my purchases are in here. But I did buy this at Comics Connection, and this is their sticker. That I bought the sticker for like $1 or something. So really cool to have that. Also went to Fourth Wall Comics, so was able to pick up their sticker as well. So I thought that was kind of cool, just to get some of their stickers and stuff like that. But yeah, this short box is nice. I mean, $12, a little overpriced for a short box, but it has that nice Alex Ross art, so you can't really go wrong with that, I guess. So definitely good to have another one of those to start putting all of my Iron Man comics into those as well, because the 2 previous boxes that I have for Iron Man are kind of at their max capacity. I might actually need to go and get another one of these, so we'll see if I can get another one at some point. But yeah, let's see. Oh, also some other things too. While I was shopping for comics with my friends, my girlfriend actually went up to New York to see her friends, and she brought back some magazines for me. So I just wanted to show those off as kind of like a thing that she bought for me. So I really appreciate it. She bought me the Time magazine, The Story of Star Wars, which was very cool. Definitely, I looked through it recently, and very excited to see kind of what's inside here. She also got me the Pokemon Ultimate Guide. So, you know, again, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. Gold and Silver is actually my favorite game, favorite generation, honestly. So yeah, really cool to go through this. You know, it has everything: the manga, the TV show, the game. So let's see here some other stuff. So very excited to give these a read at some point. All right. So while I was at I'm not gonna actually go through and show what I got at each store. That would take too much time to go through that. But I will say that the first night at the books at the Books A Million in the Ollies really struck out. Didn't really find a lot of stuff. I did find some stuff at Books A Million, which had a buy two get one free sale on all manga and graphic novels. So I was like, let's go for that. Picked up volumes 7 through 9 of Attack on Titan, which I believe is where I left off at and what I needed for my collection. So very excited to get these. I spent maybe 20 bucks on these, if that, like maybe like 17 or $18 on the 3. So got them for about $6 each, which honestly you can't really beat that. So yeah, very excited to get this, and not even close to finishing off this series yet, but nice to get a little bit of a chunk there. All right, so moving into our like proper comics and graphic novels here. The first book I got here is the thumbnail of this issue, or of this video. And I'm sorry if you might hear thunder in the background. It's actually thunderstorming right now, so it's not too bad, but we'll see. It might come across, who knows. The first book I got here was the Jack Kirby graphic novel here by Tom Scioli, I think is his name, Scioli. So yeah, picked this up. This was, I don't know how much it was. I took off the sticker for some reason. I think it was like 15 bucks or something. It was basically half off. Really random price. It's like $29, not $30. You can see here some stuff, very classic looking. It's basically a biography of Jack Kirby's life. So very excited to see kind of how this reads. You know, I do have a working knowledge about like Jack Kirby and kind of his life and everything, so be very interesting to read this. This is definitely something I think I can bring on like an airplane and probably read this in one sitting, honestly. It doesn't seem like it's going to take me too long to read, but we'll see. So yeah, I heard it was really good, so my friend recommended me to pick it up. Next book I got here was another book that I bought for a series I've been collecting, and I'm about 2/3 of the way done with collecting the series, and that is Sin City, and this is volume 4 of Sin City. So this is That Yellow Bastard. So got this for around $8, $8, which I thought was pretty decent. You can see here the spine. Compared to the first 3, this one has a yellow spine, so obviously it's good. But yeah, this is Frank Miller, art and writing, so very much excited to read this. I've heard a lot of good things about Sin City, and I think I only have 2 more to collect of the original like series, so not too much left for me to collect there. So nice there. The next book I got here was a book that I bought and actually read that day, so nice. Don't have to worry about adding it to the shelf and not reading it. That is the Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale Batman The Long Halloween special. And sadly, this is actually the last one that Tim Sale actually drew. He passed away earlier this year, actually, so very unfortunate to see that. But you can see here, I did read this. This was very nice. Very great art going on here, and a very quick read. I mean, this took me maybe 10-15 minutes, honestly, if that. So yeah, really cool. The store was selling it for half off, so I decided to pick it up. All right, so continuing with the Batman theme, actually everything is in alphabetical order here, so hence the reason why everything's kind of shown up that way. Another collection I bought here with Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's Batman stuff, and this is the Batman the Haunted Knight, which collects the acclaimed Batman Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween Special, Batman Madness, Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween Special, and Batman Ghosts, a Legends of the Dark Knight Halloween Special. So a bunch of Halloween specials in here. You know, again, Jeff Loeb art, Tim Sale writing. Arguably one of the best creative teams of all time, really, when you think about it. But yeah, very excited to get this and pick this up. I got this at Second Charles, I believe. Yeah, so nice. Really cool to get that, the Batman collection. Another Batman book that I bought was one that I had on my wish list for a while, and never really could find it for a good price, so I decided to just not get it and see if I could find it in the wild somewhere. It wasn't really something I was like really like actively on the hunt for, like something I was like, I have to read this Batman story, but I found it anyway, and that is the Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee series Batman Hush. So this collects, I think it's 8 issues of Batman Hush. So yeah, Jim Lee art, you know, really stellar stuff there, obviously. Jeff Loeb writing, so there is a consistent thread going on here with all these books, right? But yeah, very much excited to read this, and the art is gonna be fantastic to go through. So yeah, there actually were 2 versions of this at the Second Charles. Me and my friends went to. My other friend ended up getting the larger version, which had more content in it, like backups and stuff like other things that like I just didn't really care about. I just want to get the actual story. That's all I care for. So that'll be a quick read. The next book I got here was one that I kind of splurged a little bit on. It was a little bit overpriced, not really overpriced, but like something I was like, I need to have this for my collection. And it's another Batman book, and that is Batman Volume 4, The War of Jokes and Riddles by Tom King. So this finally completes my 7-volume run of Tom King's Batman. As I mentioned numerous times, I hopped onto the Tom King, you know, Batman train very late, like pretty much towards the end of the train, honestly. So I really didn't read much of the Batman Tom King stuff when it was coming out. I've heard a lot of good things about this series, very well regarded. So this was the last trade paperback I needed to get me to the first 7 volumes of the series. So we'll see. I mean, I may collect more. I know that there's a point where I think I've read everything in like volume 12. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, very excited to get this. Let's see here. Oh, that's a nice interior page to show there. So I do like Tom King's writing. You know, I think he's a pretty good writer, and obviously, you know, everything he's done has been pretty good up to this point. So we'll see how his full Batman run is. I'm very optimistic of it. All right. So the next 2 volumes here are of a series that I have been collecting very slowly, and hopefully am to the point now where I can finally finish off the series and read it. And that is Black Science. So I bought issues or volumes 7 and 8 of Black Science here. Got them for both around $8, which is cheaper than IST. This collects issues 35, I'm sorry. This one collects issues 31 through 34 of Black Science. And then this one collects issues 35 through 38. So very small paperbacks here. You know, these ones I could probably finish in a day or less than a day, honestly. Art here is absolutely stellar here by Matteo Scalera. So yeah, I can't really complain there. So nice to get 2 of these. I think now I just have 2 more volumes left to collect. I think it only goes up to volume 10, if I believe, unless it's still ongoing, but I don't think it is. So yeah, we're very close to finishing off that series. So I do have a lot of Image series now that I've completed that I can pretty much go back and read it now whenever I want. So good to know. I forgot to mention before the top of this call, I'm still locked into work. For the top of this video, I am currently reading Thor RuneQuest Epic Collection. I finished the Kingdom Lost Epic Collection, I think it was. So at this point, Doug Munch, I think, I'm not really sure how you say his name. He has taken over the Thor book. So RuneQuest is only one Epic Collection away from getting into Walter Simonson's run. So I'm very, very close to that. I do anticipate to probably be starting that run when I go see, when like Thor comes out. So I'm very excited to kind of get that timing worked out. I honestly think that after I finish Thor by Walter Simonson, I think I'm going to take a break from Thor and just explore other things in my collection. I think that's a really good stopping point. And then later on, I'll probably pick up with the other Thor stuff eventually. So fingers crossed there. But anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Continuing on here, we got a book that, you know, again, it's from a creator that I really like, and, you know, usually something that I don't really spring for, but I decided to go pick it up, and that is the DC Comics, The Art of Darwin Cook. So I think there is some stuff in here that I've already read. I think there's the Catwoman story in here, but I mean, the art in this is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, that's honestly half the reason why I'm gonna, you know, get this. I believe all this is also written by Darwin Cook as well. So I'm not 100% sure about that, but again, it's just, you know, you really can't beat his art style. It's really unique, and just I'm very excited to read this. I think this is going to be a treat to read, and probably will be very, very quick read as well. So yeah, very excited to give this a look at some point. All right. So some other series that I bought volumes of them continuing. Another Image series, and that is Die Volume 2. This collects issues 6 through 10 of this series, written by Kieran Gillen, art by Stephanie Hans. So yeah, very much excited. This was another book that was kind of you know, recommended to me by my friend that I actually was on the trip, went on this trip with. So yeah, saw Volume 2, picked it up. I think there's only 4 volumes. I could be wrong, maybe there's 6, who knows, but yeah, very much excited to read this. This is kind of like a, it has a lot of like 90s vibes. It's like teenagers disappearing into like a fantasy role-playing game, Dungeons and Dragons kind of. So yeah, very excited to read this. The premise sounds very interesting, so yeah, there's that. The next book I got here was actually with stuff that I've already read. So I jumped onto this series for a couple issues and then jumped off. So I bought it with the hope that it will read better in trade. I think there's only 2 trades out for this series, so I just need to find the second one. Again, I'm not gonna be in a huge like rush to find it. I'm sure I'll find it somewhere at some point. And that is Dr. Doom. By Chris Cantwell and Salvador LaRocca. So yeah, this collects issues 1 through 5 of the series. This is from 2020, I believe. I want to say it's 2020 or 2021. Let me see here. Oh, sorry, my bad. 2019. Wow, that feels way long ago. Yeah, so this is right before, this is like a year before Chris Cantwell takes over writing duties for Iron Man. I don't remember this being absolutely awful, but there were some plot threads in here that were kind of annoying and weird. So yeah, we'll give this a go and we'll see how it is. All right. So another book that I bought to continue on a series I've been collecting, again, very slowly, but that is East of West Volume 9. So I have volumes 1 through 7 and missing 8 and 10. So I saw 9 at a store. It's actually the very last store we went to. And I was like, all right, well, let me just grab this. I mean, 50% off. That's better than IST. So figured I'd get this and go from there. So, all right, guys, welcome back to the magic of editing. So, if you can believe it or not, I sneezed again. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do. I had to cut it to a separate shot because I was just about to sneeze, and I was like, let me turn this off. So I'll start up again. Still have a lot of stuff to get through, so I'll try to make this quick. Next thing I bought here was Firepower Volume 2. Bought the first volume on like IST when it was cheap, and picked up the second one here, which I believe I've actually read all the stuff in here. But eventually I want to go back and actually reread this whole series. You know, I was actually reading this during the podcast I was on with Mike and Vince, and we all got to a point where we were like, this is way too good to just read month to month. So we decided to read it in trade, which I'm very much looking forward to. Robert Kirkman, Chris Samney, really great creative team there. So hopefully this is, you know, I'm looking forward to this going on for a long time. So there's that. Next book I got here again was another book that was a recommendation from a friend that was on the trip with me, and I could not turn it down because it's got that Alex Ross art, which is just, again, a treat to read and look at and enjoy, and that is the Alex Ross Justice. This collects issues 1 through 12 of the series. You can see here the spine and the back. Yeah, I honestly don't know much about what the series is about, but it looks very, very nice, and I think it's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna enjoy. So, yep, just some more art there for you. So very, very excited to pick this up. I got this for, it was $13.80. I actually got 10% off my entire order at Second and Charles, so dropped that down to like $12, $11. The next book I got here was, again, recommendation from a friend. A quick, graphic novel here that I think I could probably read in a day. And this is actually one of the first, I think this is the first graphic novel that was created from the people that, the writer of Ice Cream Man, I believe is what he mentioned. So that is King of Nowhere, Boom Comics. W. Maxwell Prince, Tyler Jenkins, and Hillary Jenkins there. I think this is a 6-issue series, 6 chapters. So yeah, nice little graphic novel here to sit down and read through one day and enjoy. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like how God Country was. Like, this feels like the same length and just same aesthetic, I feel like, but probably has a completely different story. So we'll see how that turns out. All right. The next 4 books here I got were from a series that I collected the first volume of this like 2 years ago, and actually kind of forgot about it in my collection until I saw these volumes at a store that we went to, and I was like, oh, well, let me go ahead and pick these up. And that is volumes 2 through 5 of Powers. So we have volume 2 here, which collects issues 8 through 11. All written by Brian Michael Bendis. We have 3 here, which collects, don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's that. We got volume 4, Super Group. And then we got volume 5, which is Anarchy. So yeah, I do like Bendis overall. I like his writing. I think it's going to be, this stuff might, probably get through this pretty quickly. And I'm excited to see what it is. I think it's funny, when we were actually at the store that we went to later on in the day, they actually had all 6 hardcovers of this series at that store. And like, I think total it would have cost like $140 or something, which was insane. But yeah, very excited to pick up some of those for cheap. The next book I got here was another book that kind of sprung on. I saw the creative team and I'm like, okay, that seems like something I can dig. This book is written by Anna Senti with art by David Aja. So that is The Seeds. So this is a graphic novel by Burger Books. Oh, I'm sorry. And I think Dark Horse as well. Oh no, Burger Books. No, it's Dark Horse. Okay, that confused me for a second there. Kind of like a restricted color palette setup, kind of similar to The Few, which is actually, I bought that last year at the same exact store that I bought this book from. So yeah, we'll see what this is about. But again, I think this is going to be a very quick read and a nice little graphic novel to kind of split up all of the large comic book runs that I've been reading lately. So very nice to have that. The next book I got here was, again, another recommendation from a friend. You know, so in terms of like Superman, Batman, stuff like that, like I don't really intend to like collect everything, but just the good stuff that my friends recommend, because I really am kind of flying blind when it comes to DC a lot. Like I don't really know a lot about what's good and what's bad. So went ahead and picked up volume 1 of Superman, Batman. Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness, Michael Turner. So you can see here that as well. But yeah, this is looking pretty nice. I like the art for sure, and obviously Jeff Loeb beat on the book. I have high hopes that this is going to be a good story as well. So I think my friend told me there's like 3 volumes of this, I believe. So I'll have to see if I can find them. But you know, not gonna be in a huge crazy rush to find those. All right. So another chunk of comics here that I have that I bought was a series that I've been looking for a while, and just could not find anything that was like an affordable price for me. So I saw this at Books A Million, and the sale, between the sale and the discount I got from my my discount card, as well as another coupon that I had, brought these books down to like I think $13 each, which I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. I'll go for that. And that is A Sweet Tooth. So I did get all 3 volumes. My friends are gonna troll me in the comments because this one is like the newest version. This is obviously promoting the Netflix series of this book. So I'll have to read this and then watch the show with my girlfriend, just like I did with Why the Last Man. So you can see here that it's volume 1. That collects issues, issues 1 through 12 of Sweet Tooth in this book. This one collects issues 13 through 25. So again, the spine is different. This is more of the classic spine look there. And then we have volume 3 here, book 3, which collects issues 26 through 40. So again, written and drawn by Jeff Lemire. I can definitely see his art style poking through here, just from the other books I've read of his stuff. So yeah, very excited to give this a read. Keep saying that a lot, but yeah, this is all stuff that I bought this week or this weekend with the genuine intent of wanting to read all this like right now, because like all this stuff is just really a lot of stuff that I'm really interested in reading and enjoying. So for anyone who's curious, this is the spines. They're all different. You might think these two are the same, but the bottom logos are different. So yeah, just a hodgepodge, but I don't care. As long as I can read it, that's all that matters. It's funny though, later on in the day, my friend, my other friend ended up picking up the same 3 volumes from the second and Charles we went to for around the same price, and they all had the same spine. So I was like, if I just would have waited, I would have been able to get them with the same spine, but it doesn't matter, you know. So yeah, that's that. And then next here we have another series that I regretfully decided to purchase for completionist sake, and it's the only character I'm willing to make that exception on, because he's my boy, and that is Iron Man. So I ended up picking volumes 2 and 3 of Tony Stark Iron Man Up. Did not go for the omnibus. When all said and done, I probably will pay a fraction of what the omnibus would cost me to get. I did read, I think I think I've read like the first or second issue of this series, and then I completely dropped off the book, and then I came back towards the end during War of the Realms and the Ultron Agenda. So there is some stuff I need to catch up on and read here. I can tell you right now, I did not like this coming out, so I'm hoping that it might read a little bit better in trade. But yeah, just a lot of steps back for the character in this run, and it's only fitting that it's Dan Slott that screws up my favorite character, right? But you can see here the 2 volumes. So yeah, I went ahead and picked this up because I'm like, you know what, I gotta have the full set, right? I had to have the full paperback set for this, and like I said, this character is the only one I'm willing to work on, or to make that exception with. It's crazy though, like just looking at the spines, it's crazy how many different artists like jump in and out of these books. Like it's like, I just think it's nuts. I you know, it just goes to show you like how inconsistent the book was, and that's honestly probably what affected its reception. So yeah, so got volumes 2 and 3 here. I actually just did order volumes 1 and 4, I believe, of this series, which takes us up to the end of this run, if you can believe it. So I'll have the whole series in time and read it once and probably never read it again. So yeah, there's that. All right, and then finishing off our pile here, we do have another series that I was looking to collect for a while, just couldn't find really a good time to pick up some of these volumes. They were on my IST wish list for a while. I was very hesitant to get them, but then went to Second and Charles and found the first four volumes of this series for $5 each, pretty much. Nope, some of them are $7. I would say average was around $6 for each of these, and that series is Transmetropolitan. So I do know that there's some controversy behind Warren Ellis. You know, I'm not going to speak to that right now, but I will say that I am excited to read this series. It's funny, actually, back when I was like, back in my first job out of college, I actually would talk to some of my coworkers about comics, and one of my coworkers actually highly recommended this series to me at the time. He was like, dude, you gotta check out Transmetropolitan. It's a really good book. You will really enjoy it. So went ahead and picked up the first four volumes here. I think there's 10 paperbacks, so I'll have to get to those eventually, but for right now, I'm really excited to get these. Oh, there's a little bit of something on there. I gotta get off there. Ew, that's gross. But yeah, these are older paperbacks, so you can kind of see here the paper is not the best quality, but again, it's still in color, so I'm not complaining. So yeah, we'll give this a read and we'll go from there. And I think that is everything that actually, is one more thing I bought that is not a comic book, but is comic book related, so I'll show that. And that is the Iron Man Stealth Iron Man Legends figure. So I don't buy a lot of these. I usually just keep these sealed as well when I buy them. But I did buy this because stealth armor, classic, can't beat that. You can see here the back. I do have some of these other armors back here. I think I have the modular Iron Man armor. So yeah, very excited to get these. And I know it's a reskin of like the classic one, but I do like the coloring and everything. So it will be nice to have this in my collection. So yeah, pick that up on a whim there too. So, but yeah, guys, that is my comic book haul. Almost 30 minutes of me ranting about this stuff, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the trading card section. All right, guys, so welcome back into the video. Not back into the video, but I did go ahead and pick up 2 booster packs of Astral Radiance from Books A Million, actually. They were the last 2, actually, so let's go ahead and open these up. And it's funny, I actually got these for about 25 cents less than what I would pay for them at Target, which I think is interesting. So we'll go ahead and get these opened up, see see what we got inside. I really do have to order some more sleeves once I can purchase stuff again. So I gotta make sure I do that next time I make an Amazon order. All right, so let's open up this one first and see what we got. This is the last time I'll be boxing cards for a while, so we'll see how that goes. Here is the code for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So what we got here, we got Fighting Energy. We got a Feather Ball. We have Hippowdon. We have Energy Lotto. Not sure what that means. We got Mischievous. We got Barboach. We have Scyther. Pretty nice card there. Another Eevee. Got Haircross. It's a nice looking art there. We have a reverse hollow Hisuian Basculegion. And finishing off our pack here, we have a Regidrago. Which, wow, I don't even remember that. Is that like is that another Reggie, like a Reggie Rock or something? Maybe it is. It probably is. Wow, I'm so out of the loop with some of these new Pokemon. It's crazy. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this one open. So nothing crazy there. We'll see what this pack has in store for us. So here is that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got Steel Energy. We got a Pillow-Swine. We have a Hisuian Electrode. Scary looking there. We have a Super Effective Glasses. We have a Ponyta. We have a Chatot. I have a couple of those actually now. A Bronzor. Bunch of those too. We got a Rowlet. I have, I think, at least 4 or 5 of those now. An Oshawott. And holy crap, guys, we have an Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX card. Holy crap. Wow. That's insane. I gotta get a sleeve on that right away. And as also an added bonus, we got a Oranguru V card. Wow, guys. Talk about luck. Look at that. I think this is actually the first time I think I've gotten a VMAX and a V card both in one pack. That is insane. Wow. That is... Wow. I don't know how rare those are. I'll have to look those up, or maybe my friends can tell me, because I know they watch these videos. Wow. That is crazy. Definitely gotta get a sleeve on that one right away. Gotta put that over there so it doesn't get damaged. Well, that was 4 minutes of a lot of build-up. I swear I don't set these things up like this, just the way they turn out. So yeah, that's really cool. We'll go ahead and put that into a sleeve and add it to the collection. So thank you guys so much for watching this section of the video. Alright guys, welcome into the Lego section here of haul video number 114. So I do have only one set to show you today, and like I said, honestly, in June I really didn't buy a lot of Lego. July I'm also not going to be buying much, which is actually not a bad thing because there really is not a lot of sets coming out in July. Most of the releases for new sets are coming out in August, so probably be perfect timing when all is said and done. But yeah, I went ahead and picked this up because I saw it on sale on Amazon, and I'm actually currently listening to Goblet of Fire on my audiobook on Audible. Not sponsored by them. Wish I was, but yeah, I'm listening to that, and you know, obviously I I like the Harry Potter sets. I'm very hesitant about picking up all of them because, you know, just don't have the space, and, you know, that's mainly the main reason why I don't want to pick them up. But I saw this one and I'm like, this is really cool. The timing of it works out because, um, you know, I'm listening to the book. So I went ahead and picked up the Harry Potter Hogwarts Clock Tower, which you can see Amazon just very nicely decided to throw the shipping label and everything onto the box itself. I remember I came back from a trip. Oh no, we came back from our weekend excursions on Sunday, and this was sitting at our front doorstep, just like sitting there. I'm like, okay, why isn't it in a box? And yeah, it turns out that Amazon now can just slap labels onto it. So I apologize that this doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, but for me, I really don't care. I'm not even gonna like keep the box, so I'm just gonna throw it away, so it's not a big deal. But you can see here the inside, crazy amount of minifigures here too. Really am excited to build this, and I'm getting almost exactly to the point where this scene takes place in Goblet of Fire, so a lot of synergy going on there. But yeah, definitely we'll be looking forward to building this. I definitely want to save this for my girlfriend and I to build together because I know she's a big Harry Potter fan. So, but yeah, really cool to get this. And that's my Lego section. Not really too much there. I did order one set before the end of June to get double VIP points. So that set should be here probably in the next haul. I think I should have enough stuff for one more haul in July, even though it's all the stuff I bought in June. So for anyone out there like, oh my god, he bought it in July, he's not following his thing. Well, that's not true. So just something I figured I'd throw out there. So yeah, but other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this section, and let's go ahead and get into the outro. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching haul video number 114. So like I said, a lot of comics to now I have to put away. At least I put them into my database already, so we're good there. But yeah, a lot of stuff to kind of keep me occupied for the month ahead. You know, I don't think I mentioned it at the top of the call, but I actually am looking to sell a lot of stuff in my comic collection as well. Stuff that I realized that I actually have collected somewhere else, or stuff that I just, you know, I will be collecting in another format. So just some stuff I'm looking to get rid of and kind of thin out my collection a little bit. So a month like this is a really good time to step back and look at that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. You know, hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And until next time, I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.